Hey everyone, my name's Leanna and I really like taking pictures. I don't take all my pictures on my own. Some of the very best photos on my Instagram are by some very talented photographers that I've had the privilege of working with. So if you want to check out their work, I always tag the person responsible for the photo unless I took the photo on my own. I like having my photo taken, but I also like experimenting with self-timer, and with social distancing, Mr. Self-Timer's all I got right now. Recently, I invested in a studio backdrop setup and some softbox lights, and today I'm going to show you how I shoot photos of myself at home and how I utilized this new setup. So let's get started. Okay, makeup done, hair done, and I am just going to set up the backdrop in this room because this room gets really good lighting around 8:30 a.m., which is why I got up at 6 today, and I haven't gotten up at 6 in like 3 months. So yeah, hopefully today I get some really nice photos, but I am in no rush to get the backdrop set up just yet because it is 7:11 a.m., which means I have over an hour to do nothing and wait for my hair to deflate. But I might try to take some photos before the light comes out just to like test how it looks, and then when the lighting comes in I will be prepared. Alrighty, so here you see me setting it up. I'm positioning it so that the light from the window can hit it. I've rolled up the cloth in an attempt to minimize the wrinkles, and because my apartment is too small to have this backdrop set up all the time. I'm bringing in these softbox lights, which are huge, and just positioning them like so. My main concern was that while I had the lights to light up me, I didn't have anything to light up the backdrop, so the wrinkles were going to show quite a lot, but I wanted to see what type of photos I could get regardless. I brought in my ring light to try to see if I was blasted with as much light as possible. The background would get some of that as well, but as you'll see in a little bit, it didn't really happen the way I hoped. I started off by taking some photos on my phone, and I used this little Bluetooth remote so that I wouldn't have to lean in and use the self-timer for every single photo. I'm posing with lipstick here because I had to get some pictures for my Stylevana collaboration, but the photos weren't turning out super great. Here's my setup. I'm using the back camera. I had a mirror leaning up against the desk so that I could see myself in the frame, but I wasn't really liking the photos that I was getting, so I moved on to my camera, and since it didn't have Bluetooth, I had to ditch the remote and use self-timer. Here are some photos I got with this outfit on. I only edited the ones that I really liked and wanted to post on Instagram. I moved on to the next outfit, which was this teal suit with a long sleeve lingerie bodysuit, and I put my bangs back, and I'm not sure how I feel about this hairstyle, to be honest with you, but I went with it anyway. And here is how those photos turned out. As you can see, the background is not that lit up, and you can still see that it's very obviously a sheet of fabric. I realized that if I want something like truly smooth, then I probably should have gotten like a paper backdrop, so I might be getting a paper backdrop in the future. The lights coming in, perfect.
I didn't catch that. Was that play the song?
For the next outfit, I just took off the blazer and switched into these plaid pants. I wanted to give the lingerie a moment to shine. I took a second to change out the earrings for some hoops for a different look. Next thing I knew, I was putting on a red satin backdrop in the hopes of attracting a raging bull, but I ended up not liking any of these because it was too wrinkly. I think the bold red was too much, but I did like the poses that I striked. So I ditched the backdrop and did something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, which is take pictures in front of my laundry machines. Now, if you follow a handful of IG photographers, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say laundromat shoot. And I've always wanted to do one, but the idea of having a bunch of people who are just trying to do their laundry stare at me while I crawl into a washing machine doesn't sound super great. So this is the next best thing, and I never took pics in this area of my apartment because it was too dark, but the studio lights really made it better. Honestly, I'm so happy with my purchase of them. And I got a lot of good ones. You may ask, what is the significance of the laundry detergent? But trust me, you'll enjoy the photo more if you don't ask. But if you must know, it means I'm sick and tired of dealing with bullshit. Then I moved to the kitchen and I was like, holy crap, kitchen shoot. And I switched my top for some variety, and I took this fridge photo to kind of signify I'm kind of just putting myself where I belong, which is with the other snacks, because I'm a snack. standing on the opposite side of the backdrop this time. And I found that it makes an excellent background when it's backlit like this. So kind of regret not starting like this, but we're gonna keep on going and we're gonna see what shots we can get like this. Also, my tripod's not tall enough, so I'm basically standing like this. For these ones, the studio lights were off. The only light source was the natural one coming from the window, and these ones were some of my favorite ones. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna take photos facing the window ever again because the natural lighting does such a good job at softening that background. It makes me look like I'm in an ethereal void of white. I was like, wow, I like this, but I wonder what would happen if I turned on the studio lights. And when I did, the studio lights canceled out the light of the background, and once again you could see the creases of the fabric, so I turned them off. For the next ones, I got rid of the blazer and stuck with the all-white theme. And these ones are my ultimate favorites of the entire shoot. Since it was backlit, I did appear a little dark and shadowy, but as you can see, that was fixed with some editing. At this point, I realized it was my perfect chance to retake the Stylevana collaboration pics, and these were so great, I was obsessed and super happy with them. Recently, there's been a trend to take your mirror outside, and I thought that some casual selfies would be a good way to end the shoot. So apparently when you take your mirror outside, you look awesome, and it took me a while to get the right angle, but I ended up with these ones. So yeah, those are all the photos that I got today. I think it was a pretty decent photo shoot day with lots of good ones. Let me know which ones were your favorite in the comment section below. As always, all products used in the video are linked in the description box below if you want to have a little at-home studio photo shoot of your own. And also linked in the description box are several videos I've done regarding what to wear, how to pose, how to do your makeup, how I edit my own photos. So if you're interested, please check them out. The makeup one is a little outdated, so I might be doing an updated one, but I do have a bunch more makeup videos on my channel as well. Taking pictures of myself is so much fun, and I know it can seem a little vain, but over the years doing a lot of photo shoots has made me a much more confident person. I used to be really camera shy and not that confident in my appearance, but now I love dressing up and taking pictures, and it's helped me build the confidence that I needed to start a YouTube channel. Also, youth doesn't last forever, so why don't I make some memories and take some photos to look back on so I can show my grandkids how hot their grandma was. I get a lot of questions about confidence and how to be confident because I put out this image of myself that is very confident and sure of myself, but honestly that's not even the case 100% of the time, but it's a journey and I think it's okay that I'm not confident all the time. If you look at my Instagram, there's just picture after picture of myself looking good, and that's just a highlight reel where I have makeup on and I'm posing in my best angles. If you have seen some of my other videos, you'll know that sometimes I'm just not wearing any makeup and not wearing nice clothes, and I've definitely been accused of catfishing, but I really don't like that word because I'm not a catfish. I do look like that, just not all the time. I just know my angles and I know how to put on makeup and take nice pictures, so naturally I'll get frustrated when people are like, ooh, you use Facetune, because no, I do not. So I guess the moral of the story is don't feel bad when you're looking at someone else's Instagram because they have full control over what they post, and the truth is there were probably 100 bad photos just to get one good one, and that's what you're seeing. I just finished shooting outside and the sunlight was very bright and that could not have been good for my skin. I honestly couldn't even see what I looked like, so I just kind of took pictures and just aimlessly posed. Yeah, so I'm spent. It is 11. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:07 a.m.
Well, I've been doing this for 5 hours and now I'm very, very tired. So I'm gonna clean up, and that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!